EAT, it stands for every ability together.
So here we have Dora.
Hello!
Dora.
I'm part of the very new, exciting missional community called EAT. We'll meet at 10:30 on the Sundays that missional communities are on, and we will cook something together. Doesn't matter if you're amazing at cooking or not very good at cooking, we will be learning how to cook something together, and then we'll eat together. And even if what we've made is not very edible, there'll be food available that is edible that we can eat. So all abilities, all ages.
Jesus sat down at the table with disciples, and then he had a magnificent feast spread over the table, and then he was talking about what God is like, and God is the Father.
You often get good conversations over food and when you're doing things together, and I'm looking forward to learning how to make new things as well. So yeah, everyone I tell about it is very excited, so I think you should come along to our group.
EAT, eat, stands for E, every, A, ability, T, together.
So morning, Nathan.
Morning.
And Nathan, we've got a new community starting in September, haven't we? What's it called?
It's called agape, which is loved in Greek, and this is what Jesus does for all of us, and we want to do to our community. We want to love them and bring them into our circle.
So here we have Scott.
What I'm really looking forward to being part of Agape is just getting out there, working with the community more, working with the people in Twerton, and just waiting to see God, how God moves, and see what God can do in Twerton here.
We want to reach the unreached, we want to invite the uninvited, and we want to love the unloved. So there's a community of people in Twerton, whether they're using drugs or whether they're using alcohol, basically they're on a social outcast of some sorts, and we see in the Bible time and again that Jesus targets these people. So this is biblical, we've seen it work for Jesus, so it's going to work for us. We want to go after these people. The idea is, it's a real simple breakdown. It's about getting together, doing a little project with a bit of gardening or painting of a fence for about half an hour, something like that, with a small group team, a core team. While there's a separate core team again, which will be cooking a meal in one of our buildings. We will then bring the two teams together. We will have a meal together, show what it is to be community, what it is to eat together, love together, and be with each other. We want to love everyone. We want to invite everyone, we want to reach everyone. That's what we're up to.
So here we have Jackie, and Jackie, you are joining the Roots community this year, aren't you? Do you want to tell us more about that?
The division of Roots and Shoots is to encourage each other to go deeper as we explore faith together, and to tend to our roots and develop our shoots, and to build relationship and to make people feel valued. That's our mission and vision. And a lot of us are singles, so we're trying to reach people in the wider community that are perhaps living alone or the only believer in their families, and we want to reach out to others who might feel alone or lonely for whatever reason, and welcome them into our families. What can people expect when we gather? First of all, a gentle and sincere welcome and a safe place to be themselves. On the second Sunday of each month, there's a reflective service where we can listen to God and share what He's saying to us in a quiet, non-threatening atmosphere. Most of our gatherings, however, happen on a Thursday morning, and on the third Thursday of the month, there's a coffee morning at Rose Cottage or at the Rec House or in church maybe, where we can get to know each other a little bit better. And what's one of my favourite things about our community? Well, it's a safe place to ask questions about faith or anything really, and no question is a silly question ever. So feel comfortable, feel welcome, feel valued, and come and join Roots and Shoots.
Here I have found Jenny and Claire, and they are part of the missional community for families. So do you want to just tell us about kind of who it's for? What do you love about the missional community?
Yeah, we were discussing this, weren't we, Claire? And well, you said it really well.
Well, yeah, we are for all ages and kind of stages of life as well as faith. So I think it's really about being together. There's lots of little ones, slightly bigger ones, and then parents, but also others who don't have children, and we all kind of come together, and it's about being family together, getting to know each other, supporting with prayer, helping each other where we can. And I'm quite excited to see how it's going to grow a bit more now that we can be meeting more in person. I'm quite excited.
Hello Habila, it's great to have you here. You are part of the Families Missional Community with your own family. Can you tell us what have you enjoyed about being part of that community this year?
Yeah, I think there are lots of memories and opportunities, especially for people with young family, and the kind of connection, the community, and the feeling to belong to people who share almost the same challenges of bringing up children.
Yeah, I'm really excited that we can finally, as the families, because there's so many of us, it can be allowed that we can meet together in person. So hopefully we're kind of thinking maybe to use one of the church buildings, probably Rose Cottage. There's a bit of a play area, there's different places that we can have some fellowship, a bit of Bible reading, always food,
Definitely.
have some lunch. And
Worship
just
together.
worship together, just have a great bonding time together and see what God wants us to do ahead.